The Right Side with Doug Billings.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the set of my show, The Right Side. I'm Doug Billings. Just real quickly here, recapping what we are looking forward to as conservative Americans, revamping and revitalizing the Republican Party, turning away the rhinos, turning them out. Republicans in name only. That's what we're looking forward to. How do you tell what a rhino is, Doug? Several ways, really. If they claim that the election fraud is a farce, if they say that 2020 wasn't impaired or stolen, that's a rhino. If they support Nikki Haley, that's a rhino. If they support Chris Christie, that's an intellectually immature rhino. So there's several telltale signs in all seriousness, and those are among them. Nikki Haley, a neocon, someone who will continue the industrial war complex and machine, sending money and sons to war, to battle. Look, we don't need her. She's not our friend. She's ensconced in the swamp. She's not our friend. DeSantis, simply not his time yet. Not his time. That's tanking in the polls. Doesn't have the personality. Does great things in Florida. And I was on board with him, and I was hoping that Trump may select him for a VP. Who knows? That might happen. It might. You never know. Vivek Ramaswamy, making a name for himself for 2028, wants a cabinet position. He's got some funding issues with people who are tied to the globalist agenda. That's an issue that just needs to be vetted a little more further. And we have Trump, who has already proven that he can do this job and restore America's integrity, restore American exceptionalism, and hold Europe and other nations accountable. He can secure the borders. Look, the days of not liking the mean tweets, making fun of his skin color, making fun of him in general, thinking that he should just keep his mouth. Look, intellectual maturity, folks. Look at the job. Look at what he did. Look at his vigor. Look at his stamina. Look at his charisma. There's only one person for the job. We all know who that is. It's President Trump. He's already done it once. To suggest anything else on the conservative Republican side is simply to be intellectually immature. And if you watch my program, you can escape being intellectually immature. We, after all, my audience is the most intellectually mature in all of podcast land. Trump is the one. Time to unite around him. It's a foregone conclusion that he's going to be the GOP nominee for the president of the United States. So let's circle the wagons around President Trump, begin to build that campaign, build out what he is going to need from us. The number one issue facing us in this country is the border. The crisis at the border will drive and is driving multiple millions of people away from the Democrat Party, which doesn't even really exist anymore. If we're honest with each other, it has morphed itself into a combination of communism and socialism. I call it the Commu-Socialist Party, clearly not a pro-America political party. The crisis at the border, perpetuated by them on purpose, is to do a few things: dilute American nationalism and our sense of identity, primarily, to be the new electoral base of the radical left woke mob, and to destabilize our country's jobs structure. You know, some of the most dramatic increases we've had on the conservative side are coming from black men in America and independent voters. Independents vastly supporting President Trump, almost by a 2-to-1 margin, and black American men coming to us by the millions. Several reasons behind that, but the border remains primarily it. They see the border as a threat. And by the way, the Hispanic and Asian communities already love Trump because they typically have done especially the ones who have done immigration the right way, the legal way. They look at what's going on right now and say, this is crazy. John and Jane Doe, the typical American Democrat on the streets who have that D after their name, looking around right now at the state of play in America thinking, this is not at all what I signed up for. Multiple millions of people coming to President Trump. Just look at the poll. Haley doesn't have a chance. None of them have a chance. So it's time to cut bait and run from those people if you are supporting them. And it's time to come over to President Trump and swallow all of the intellectual immaturity and the reasons why you would say, no, never. Because if you say no, never, you're killing the chances of America to become truly great. It's time to unite around President Trump. Let's make that happen, ladies and gentlemen. Republicans, true American conservatives. And then we will root out this rhino class, the establishment swamp represented by Nikki Haley. And we will secure the victory. All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. To deny it is simply to be crazy. To deny that, the evidence of the obvious is sufficient. One need only look at Trump's record while he was in office. And in his next term, when he becomes 47, he'll be unfettered. And he knows the game now. He knows what to do. And it will be lightning fast. He will, and I think he's going to join up with General Flynn and others to form a Department of Accountability, where he will gut, cleanse, and purge the Department of Justice and the DOJ specifically, with the FBI, the CIA, of course, underneath that umbrella. And he will eliminate entire government agencies. Look for the Department of Education to be gone, the Department of Homeland Security to be blended into others, the Department of Parks and National Parks. The states can handle these issues, folks. Those are just a smidgen and a small sample of what President Trump will do. But close borders he will, and he'll put people back to work. Manufacturing, fuel, drilling for it, energy independence will be back, and the border secured. All of that within the first 100 days of his presidency. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it. For the Republic. Cheers.
The Right Side with Doug Billings.